Okay. I swear this keeps happening and I'm probably just gonna end stream early. This is ridiculous. I can't keep putting up with this.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it keeps happening. It's just R.E.P.O that's doing it though.
Really?
Yeah. No other game does this. Well, there's a couple of others, but I'm usually able to fix it like quickly.
Is it the thing with your graphic part?
It's this. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. It's the encoder.
It's not. What do you have as your setting?
What do you mean? As the encoder setting?
Well, in your graphics in R.E.P.O.
Oh, I think they're pretty. Actually, you know what? I think I did at one point raise them back up because I was like, "Yay! I fixed the problem. I can go back to normal." But you know what? I think I'm gonna have to fix that again. There we go. All right. I do believe we are ready. Yeah, we're ready to go again. But like I said, what's up, Merlin? But like I said, if this keeps happening, I'm just gonna end stream early, and then we'll just play off stream.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
It's unfortunate.
Like, just let me have fun, damn it.
I turned my gamma up and I can actually see.
Yeah, same. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's cheating."
Well, I think my settings must have reset or something. Because when we were playing last time, I could not see a single thing.
It's just like, yeah, I have a hard enough time seeing most things. I don't need to be straining my eyes. Oh, hello, child. I don't need to be straining my eyes to play a video game. I'm sorry, Merlin. Well, then tell the stream to stop crashing.
Here.
Who's here? What's behind me? The cart. Move, cart. Sounds like grandma's here. Looks like grandma, the fucking thing. Ma, there's a weird cat outside. Where's my cowboy hat? I'm not playing Red Dead Redemption. No cowboy hat today.
I'm still alive. Yeah, she did that to me. She nicked me. My hat.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that was the only reason it was on. I didn't suddenly become a cowboy VTuber. Stay out, Grandma. Wait, for real? You seriously think I became a cowboy VTuber? I'm a fox, dang it. Also, I like wearing disguises. Oh, please, pues. Great idea. There's already a cowboy streamer, well, cowgirl streamer. And then there's Tomoe, who's a horse streamer. So this town ain't big enough for the three of us. That's the thing I said. What? What did I say? There is no way I said I was going to become a cowboy streamer. I'm over here, Cam. I'm by the cart. Cam. Oh, he can't hear me. C'est la vie. Whispering. Yeah, that's how we have to play this game sometimes. Hey, what's up, MB? How you doing? What's good? Hey, thank you for the roses, Katie. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome.
This is a small map. Like, I know it's level 1. Not usually this.
Shaking money in your face? What are you talking about?
And that's what? 22k?
Can you hear? Oh, you did. You got me. Okay, I didn't see.
Yeah, I get ya.
I'm going to live. Good? Good. I'm glad to hear that. You didn't send 300 galaxies. You owe me 300 galaxies. Remember that. Because you said pretend. Pretend that I donated 300 galaxies. What's up, playing guy?
300.
This is R.E.P.O. We're playing R.E.P.O. A game where you play as a little robot stealing things for the government. At least I think it's the government. It's called Taxman after all. Right?
Who's tax?
We work for the IRS.
Never catch me working for the IRS.
These days the IRS just comes up like, give me the taxes. Come on. Put the taxes in the bag.
You try and kill me?
Put it in the bag. Put the taxes in the bag.
You need healed though.
You think I'm kidding? The gun's too expensive anyways.
How much
Am
is
I
it?
AI? No. Do I sound like I'm AI?
I'm AI.
Yeah, Pibble's AI. I programmed Pibble. I'm the world's best programmer. Beetle better look out.
What? Haha.
Hey Z.
Miss.
I do sound like I'm AI? Well, what does AI sound like? Get smacked.
Oh.
Oh god.
How did you avoid that one?
No. Oh wait, this doesn't do anything.
Oh, did you get something? You gotta get something. They have a string.
I
Where'd that go?
think so.
Not
Alright.
anymore.
Good night, MB. What's up, Z? How you doing?
Rain.
Oh, right here. Is this? No, that's range.
That's also range.
Did we blow all the things up?
It might be. Is it in there?
Crouch rest. Don't
No,
need
that's
that.
stamina and health. Was this it? There it is. Wait, just now.
I'm stuck. Are you gonna take the stamina?
You can have it, bro.
Okay.
Don't forget to heal, though.
That person never answered my question. Why
What
they
was your
think I'm
question?
AI.
Maybe
If
it's
you're
just the
talking
way
about...
you sound.
How do I sound?
I don't know.
If you're talking about my avatar, no. This was made in Vroid Studio. With my own blood, sweat, and tears. Why does everybody keep asking me how old I am?
Spider.
So you're the people making my job hard. You know, for every single one of those unblocked websites you kids keep finding, I have to
Well, I will
spend...
say...
Huh?
I will say you don't sound your age. Because I thought you were close to my age. Well, closer.
Hey, that makes me feel young. I was born in
I
1841.
can't...
What am I, Wolverine? There, I got you.
I
There you
can't...
go. Every time you
I'm not
kids
sure.
find those unblocked websites, I have to spend
You didn't see that.
an entire day programming the frickin' blacklists.
Unblock.
Yeah. Some jerk off on the frickin' internet decided to create a bunch of Google sites and GitHub repos that have a bunch of quote unquote unblockable games. But it's really easy to block them.
Okay, careful. 'Cause this candle can set and
Other
damage
things on
stuff.
fire?
So yeah.
Okay.
Not set things on fire, but damage stuff.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Shiesty? Shiesty?
Why is this so tragic? I don't remember.
Well, your school's network security sucks then. Oh, not this asshole. Look out, the pimple man is coming. Who asked me to play Deltarune? Hey, what's up, Daom? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Is he gone? Hey, what's up, Maria? Maria, Maria.
I feel like this is the second construction.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome,
Not.
welcome. My hair looks like it tastes like melted caramel. Thank you. Oh, hi, pimple. Niet, 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 niet. This is not good.
Oh, there goes that.
Uh-oh. You were thinking that too? Did it just blow up the freaking trophy thing? Ay, ay, ay.
It did. I'm trying to get him to blow up these balloons.
Yes, you are, MB. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate your patronage and your viewership. Bro, chill.
Where's the
You're just
cart?
playing
There's
Ring Around the Rosie with this guy?
I
You
was trying
love
to
the
get him to blow
Foxy?
up the balloons.
Thank you. Oh, it's okay. No problema. Habla poquito español.
What's up with all of
Or
these things?
hablo, whatever. Grammar. I'm not good with grammar.
Es bingo.
Yo soy un gringo.
Oh, I misclicked.
Huh? What happened?
I don't know why those. I dropped the mushroom.
Oh.
Those are so fragile. I don't remember those being that fragile.
What's up, Cooper? You trying to scare me? What the heck? Freaking balloons are everywhere, man. Like It Part 2 up in this bitch. Do you speak Spanish, Merlin? Uh-oh. Okay, it looks like he decided to leave. Mi número de qué? Hey Layla, how's it going? You looked at my
Es
streams?
la biblioteca.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
That's the only thing that I remember from 8th grade.
That's okay. You learn when all of your friends are Mexican really fast. Oi!
What the freak?
I tried to grab it and I don't know. Tried to grab it, but it still fell. You got a non-binary bracelet? Heck yeah. Kick ass. Did you make it or did you buy it? Okay, I don't see nothing else. We keep breaking everything. I think we should just extract.
Yeah.
Those darn mushrooms. Wait, what were you asking?
Is super kind.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
gonna fall. Ooh. Be very careful.
You can put it on this side.
Feeling sweet sex.
Oh, careful, because it's the candle.
Oh wait, the candle is
We can't.
tipped over.
Yeah, well, we should just leave it. Just leave it.
Okay.
I noticed running though hurts with the cart. I hit
Is it
the
'cause
candle.
of the candle?
So yeah. So see, like just that. I'm minus 10 health now. No,
Or
it's
not.
fine. I had more health than you, so I had the health upgrade.
Oh wait, that was.
Where you get? I was scared.
I thought that was the last one.
You can stay here if you want. I can just skip it.
Nah, it's okay. I miss out on all the fun.
What's the fun?
Are you making fun of me for being a gringo?
I don't know what that means, so yes.
White boy.
Oh. Everybody should make fun of me.
The other word is, weddle. That's what I get called by my, by all my friends. That's the other word for white boy. And all the pretty
let's go, I
girls
forgot.
say I'm real fly for a white
For a
guy.
white physical taco.
Physical taco? What?
I just got a notification saying someone named Physical Taco popped in a server. What server? I don't know.
What is that like
Hide
compared
under a
to?
bed. Hide under a bed.
I'm trying to draw him away from you. It's okay.
Nah, I'm good. I'm fine. Hi, good boy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No, thank you. Mr. Superman, no home. Go away. Go away. Go away. Start the car. God damn it. Start
Yes,
the
it
car.
was started.
Oh. No, not you. Not you.
Oh.
Stupid tax man. Oh, did Maria leave? Bye, Maria. Adios, muchacha.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What are you uh-ohing over?
Well, talk to Foxy didn't work.
Talk to... Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on.
Well, I guess what they were trying to do was
Oh, nothing worked.
something with like a scam thing, but one of the previous commands must have been how to talk.
Good gracious. No, I know exactly what happened. Everything broke. Todo afregado.
A bacon cake? That's
Yeah, he did give the instructions, but he
just didn't say
lost
them.
connection to the output source.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Come on, stop the stream. There we or the script. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Stop the script. Step 1, do not. What? Do not make a bacon pancake or a bacon cake? Baking cake? Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Those were bacon pancakes.
Bacon pancakes. Okay, there we go. Now he
Have you
should
heard
be.
the remix with that?
I've heard like a million of them.
With the what song is that? Empire State Building in New York. That one.
Oh. New York. Concrete jungles where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Okay, now it's back to normal. Ouch.
My bad.
Why'd you hit me? It's okay, I threw a grenade at you. You deserve it. Ow. Stupid duck.
Because I set it off on accident.
Oh, we don't have enough for a strength upgrade.
Oh, you can take something out. I put in crystals. We don't even have anything rechargeable.
How much health do you have?
I should be fine. I should be full.
Okay. Good, then
I'm only
doing my
saying that
job,
because since
Merlin.
you hit me with a grenade, it says I'm at 45, but I know I
Will you heal when the train or the
Yeah,
car
it doesn't
starts?
count.
Okay.
That's-
Quack. Imagine how much fun it would be to launch one of these inside of a like a classroom. You just throw one of these ducks in there and it's just bouncing around. Quack.
I once had the duck, but it isn't that good because it keeps moving. Like it won't
Mm.
stop moving. Even if it's just sitting there, it constantly like jumps.
How many stamina upgrades do you have?
One.
This will
I
be
just
my
did it.
second one. Do you want this one?
No, it's alright.
Okay. Okay.
Message. Unimportant.
Time in sophomore year when a random student threw one of those stink bags into your classroom. Haha. Classic. I miss high school.
I don't.
Yeah, I know. For some people, it's probably not that good of memories.
Did you hear something just now? I thought I heard something.
I do hear something like sounds like a humming in the distance.
Yeah.
Tap
I
dancing
thought
on the
I heard
screen.
like a.
Are you doing a bunch of likes? Can you post fan art? Yeah, of course you can. You don't have to ask. Oh, it's one of those plants. My only stipulation is that it is, PG-13, which, everybody has done. If you're going to post it publicly. No, I'm not saying you do. Don't worry, I'm not accusing you. I'm just putting that out there as a blanket rule. I mean, obviously, I can't control the internet and what goes on the internet and all that other stuff, but if I can at least say that I tried, then... Wait, is that Trudge? And nobody can say anything. But yes, I love to see people's fan art, so please, by all means, post away. There was one person who came in all the time who would draw me as a gremlin, and I loved it because it was it was so much fun. In their silly little art style. What is that noise? Uh-oh. What are you mad at me for? No, what are you mad at me for? I didn't do nothing. Yo, bitch, I'm gonna crush you with the frickin' extraction tool. You just watch. Stupid duck, go away. Yeah, sure, it's cute until you hit him, until it hits itself. Stupid duck.
What's your duck do?
Something hurt it in the other room and it came flying at me.
Dude, I keep hearing like monster music, but I don't
I'm hearing
see
like
anything.
I'm hearing like a loud metallic thud. Like something's dragging along the ground. Are we gonna extract? Okay, because I'm gonna kill this thing if we do.
There's only 2 extraction.
Okay.
There's not much of the map that's left.
No, you get in
Shit.
here. Get over here.
It needs to be on the metal part.
Come on. Stay there. You're gonna get squished, you little shit.
Watch it not kill him. Okay.
Yeah, eat shit, you dumb little duck. Remember that time we had like 7 ducks on us?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh man.
There's a mod that you can get where all monsters are ducks.
That does, I mean, considering some of the monsters, that doesn't sound too bad, but it also sounds like a nightmare. Considering like they get mad at you when they get hurt.
Yeah. Wish it was more like Minecraft skeleton.
Oh yeah, they hurt each other and they fight.
Yeah.
Ew, it's all wet.
Oh,
Whee!
my bad.
You're good. Also, I'm curious what kind of stuff people would want to do for a community night, by the way. Because I think we're at the
Community
point...
night?
Yeah, community night. Like getting together with the entire community. Play something.
Hmm.
I'd want to make it something that, like, everybody can play at the same time. You know,
Right.
like... If somebody suggests Fortnite, it's like, well, only 4 people can play that. And then if we play Among Us, only 6 people can play that.
What? I could only 6 people play that.
Is it only 6?
It goes up to 15.
Oh, never mind. Oh, there you go. There's Among Us. Among Us. Okay, I'm just gonna take this over there. Hypnotic gumball coming through.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know where I'm going.
Struggle for 2 hours trying to put paper in your printer. What? Do you need help with that? Step 1, open the paper tray. Step 2, put paper in. Make sure that it's letter sized. Unless you are from Europe, then it'll be A4.
How do you know that?
My, like, 80% of my job is working with printers.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, well, what problem are you having? Are you getting any error messages? Anything like that? One of the things you want to make sure is that the guides for the paper are correct. There's those little plastic tabs, oops, that you push up against the paper. If those aren't exactly up against the paper, then the printer will complain. Oh, hi plant. Oh, hi trudge. God damn it. Yet. Watch out, plant. Dude, leave me alone. Oh, you ended up getting it to work? Okay. Behind you. Anybody got
Welcome
any
back from the ad break. If you hate ads,
what's that plant
consider
stuff?
a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
This raid is for bugs. Oh, look out, Trudge.
Let's just go.
Yeah. I think we should just go. You're welcome, Merlin. I didn't do anything, though. You did all the hard work. No!
Is it in? Okay.
There we go. And scene. Oh, 5 hours ago. Okay. Great, the duck is back. Five hours ago, I was in work. No. Yes. Alright, I didn't see what time it was. Yeah, this freaking duck, man.
So. Oh,
Dude, really? What time is it? It is 8:24. It's almost 8:30.
is that laser or cannon?
Yeah, laser.
That can one-shot the loon.
Oh, we need this then later on.
How much is it?
45,000.
45.
I am become Slacker, destroyer of looms.
Oh.
Party time? Well, if it was Friday, yes, it would be party time.
Oh.
We don't have enough?
Well, we could.
Whoop. Not you, grenade. Want to see something funny, Merlin? You know when somebody says that they're gonna bomb the toilet? Dude, stay open. Stay open. Ah. Oi. You can literally bomb the
Oh,
toilet.
you kicked me.
Precious. They need to give us like an RPG or something.
They need to give us hella money.
Hella money? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a millionaire. You got hella money? Oh. Right, because you still owe me 300 galaxies. So you do got hella money. Okay, okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, found the other extraction. Oh, found the fire exit. What was that? Aw. Who put that behind the door? That's lame. Come on, bro. Sheesh. The transaction's taking a bit longer. Okay, okay, fine. One of those old-timey radios. Oh god. Frog chef. Oh no, never mind. Little coin purse. I got frog PTSD thanks to this game. Your grade went down 30%. Merlin, no, why? That's not very cash money of you. What? Where are you? Oh. Okay. Slowly. There we go. Careful, you stupid.
You break it?
It bunked into the freaking door hand thing like barely. Hate those freaking vases.
Yeah. It's alright.
My condolences. Ooh, that's like $300 off. Okay, we can do it. My condolences to you, Evil. Teacher is going around and you guess she saw me right and she assumed you didn't do it. You know what's funny? Like in high school, I was able to like do my homework as the teacher was going around collecting it. I was just that good at it.
Oh, I didn't even notice. You can just set it down. Whoa.
Alright, I'm trying to get it
Wait,
on
wait,
its
wait,
plinth.
wait.
There we go. Okay, good enough.
Now we just need a piano.
Is there a piano?
Hope so.
Play us a song, you're the piano man. Play us a song tonight. My god, will you just die, please?
Okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
What'd you have?
Banger.
Ooh. Banger. I hardly know
Okay, Merlin. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Unless I crash again. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where's the cart?
her. Great question.
Oh, I see it. like that noise. Oh, there we go. Careful. Hey, what's up, Tails? Are you here to review my videos? Go easy on them, okay? It's you, Tails. Hey, Tails, what's up? Where's Sonic?
Oh, hi, Bella.
That stupid child here. Stupid, stupid, stupid child. Ay, ay, ay. Stay in the cart. What the hell? What the hell?
You got it?
I think so. Just takes a little bit of messing about. You only do honest reviews? Okay, good. I appreciate honesty. Just go easy on me, okay? No, that's not fair. That's not fair. I moved. I moved. Déjame. Stupid little. No, don't do it again. That's cheating. Go. I will shoot you if you don't stop. Anyways, as I was trying to say is go easy on me because I'm not much of a YouTuber. Sonic is doing... Wait, what did you say? Stupid music box. No, Bella. Bella, move. Bella, move, you little shit stick. You know what? You know what? You know what?
Girl, are you alright?
I'm gonna fucking shoot you. I told you this would happen. De tu puta madre. You want some too? I just never learn. Careful, careful, careful. There we go. Whatever, I don't want that thing anyways. Watch the stream while work on your Miles Electric. What's that? That one of your new inventions, Tails? The beast has returned. Hello, beast. Careful, we don't have much room in this. Oh. That's smart. What else have we got? Oh, you're just dragging everything over there. All right. I'll
Yeah.
go do the first extraction then. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going the wrong way. Oh my gosh, it's Bart Simpson. What's up, Bart Simpson? What up, homeboy? How do you motivate yourself to wake up early? Oh boy, you are asking the wrong person, Merlin. But what you got to do is get your alarm clock, and you want to make sure that you don't have it near you. Like if it's your phone, like me, my alarm clock is my phone, right? So what I should be doing and what I don't do is I should be taking my cell phone and putting it further away from me, not directly next to me. That way when it goes off, you have to get up. And then when you get up, you have a little bit more energy and or motivation. That's got 20k in it, so be careful.
Ready?
Yeah, I think that got it. A 3.1 out of 5? Heck yeah, thank you, Tails. I'll take it. I thought you saw something behind me.
No, I forgot I wasn't playing Minecraft and I crouched.
Are you trying to do the hello crouch?
Yeah. Like, looky, look.
What if you don't hear your alarm if your phone is far? Well, we'll make sure it's turned up loud enough. I mean, most like on my phone, my alarm has a separate volume thingy, so that if I forget, yeah, exactly, it's separate from the ringer. If I accidentally forget to turn up my volume, my alarm still has
Doesn't seem like we're missing it.
volume. If that makes any sense. Don't tell him you're here. Who, Sonic? Alright, I won't tell Sonic you were here. Don't worry. Did you just throw that at me?
No, it was on the rhino. I tried catching it.
Uh-huh, sure. You threw it at me.
It was.
What the? Oh. Some of the usernames need timeout. What? Who? Did you see something weird? All right, I'm here. Start the car.
I couldn't tell if the light was you or if it was an enemy. I just got like blown up by like 8 of them.
Oh, was that what that was? I thought you were getting shot
Yeah.
up.
No.
Oh my goodness, that is a crazy username. Yeah, some people got no chill. Yeah, you should see some of the weird stuff that comes in and follows me randomly. I'm like, the Lord is testing me today. You know, they should make another game mode where you do like, imagine like a deathmatch mode on here where it's like 2 teams and you have like heart cannons and stuff. And it's just deathmatch mode.
Really,
so
you're
much
making a
fun.
mess.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just can't find anything now.
Let's see. We got sprint speed. Sprint speed. Do we want 2 sprint speeds?
Where'd all the
Oh,
weapons
wait.
go?
We. Oh, get out of here, feather drone. We don't want you.
Yeah, we do.
Wait,
What's
really?
in here that's...
Oh,
What? What's in here that's 54k?
that's what I was trying to figure out. 9k, 5k.
There's nothing here.
Okay, hold on. Take everything out. Okay, something is 40k.
The sledgehammer was 40k.
Where?
Because I remember thinking that I'm betting like $900 it's the sledgehammer.
Is it
But I
like
don't know where it
stuck
is.
somewhere?
There it is.
Are you serious? Oh, whoops. Don't tell anybody
What did
that
we
that happened.
learn?
That blowing things up is a lot of fun. Hey, Yuki. Welcome,
What
welcome.
did
Thank you
we
for the
learn?
follow. So, did you
I
actually
do
want
want the
that feather
drone,
drone?
though.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, sorry. I thought it got blown up and put in there.
No, it's okay. It's alright. Alright,
Thank
I'm
you,
done. You
Yuki.
can spend the rest.
Okay, did we get the 2 sprint speeds?
No, I don't really like sprint speed.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
just a personal thing.
Well, we got nothing else. Do you just want to buy crystals? Yeah.
We could. They're like 11k.
Yay.
Oh, 2k.
I'm like a
What
I'm
can we
like a
get for
white
2k?
girl on a TikTok shopping spree. Just buying up all the crystals.
Oh, it went behind.
How you doing, Yuki? No. What are you doing? Don't do it. He had so much to live for.
Stop telling people I'm dead!
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. You having a good Monday evening? Hey, get in there.
Do I want to spend $25 on McDonald's?
On what?
McDonald's.
$25? Is it
Yeah,
really that
for
expensive
delivery.
these days?
For delivery?
My God. You see, that's the thing right there that makes me not be, like, lazy as to get all my food delivered. And I'm not calling anyone lazy who does do that. I'm
Yeah.
saying me lazy. Because the delivery charges are absurd.
Yeah. That's how they
Like,
get you.
anytime
There's
I'm...
service fees, delivery fees, small order fees,
It's ridiculous.
on top of like tip and everything. And normally like doubles everything. So like a single like $10 order comes out to be like 25 bucks.
Yeah, it's like anytime, like, I want to order pizza and it's like $28 for a large because, you know, I usually eat it over a span of a few days. I don't eat the entire large that night. But like,
Yeah.
it'll be $28 and then I go to the checkout and it's like $45 and I look and it's like fee, delivery fee. And I'm like, what the hell?
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
fees are more than the pizza. You got Uber for a year? Oh, you got the Uber Eats thingy?
Wait. Oh. You didn't see
Going on?
that. I threw a tooth.
Oh. Were you trying to make it in?
Yeah, I kind of parkour it. So. Cool. Oh no! Oh no!
Like, I'm
Wait,
not
wait.
gonna...
Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough to lift the cart?
I lifted it up here.
Here, wait, wait, wait. Okay, can you come up here? Can you lift me up?
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, I'm not saying anything to people who do delivery.
Doo-doo.
Don't, yeah, do. So don't think I'm like talking down to you. I'm talking about
No,
me
no,
personally.
no.
I,
Oh.
Blair. There we go.
That would have been
Hey,
funny if you missed it. Just up there.
Okay, hold on. Let me. And yoop. Up to here.
Just up. Yes.
Burger King is more expensive.
Here, wait. You queue too. Then you lift it up.
That's why I prefer to go
Oh.
directly to my favorite
You're
restaurant.
so. No, you're too far. I can't reach.
Really?
Mm-mm.
How about now? Had to flip around a bit.
Is it too far?
It was a little bit.
Almost. Almost.
No.
Okay. Oh.
Did you get it? Yeah, I fell.
Yeah, I got it.
Hold up. I'll get up there and then I'll try to put the cart closer. God.
You don't have to. Oh,
Let me
the
try
cart. I forgot. Yeah, just bring the cart down.
Okay. Oh my god. Keep forgetting about my run energy. What's my favorite restaurant? There's a place near me. I don't know if it's anywhere else. I think it might just be here in the Bay Area called Starbird. They make an amazing freaking chicken sandwich. And the thing is,
Chicken. All our food keeps. Oop. Can I drop it?
Oh,
Score.
crushed me. But they make an amazing chicken sandwich. And the thing is, they used to make a Nashville hot version, but they got rid of it. I'm so sad.
Beep beep.
I'm guessing the Nashville hot craze is over. Ooh, look, egg.
Egg.
Egg. Hey, Yuki, thank you for the heart me. Welcome. How you doing? They're so mean, yeah. How dare they change up their menu and not make me specifically happy? Doesn't everybody know I'm the main character and that everything has to be catered to my whims and tastes? Note, do not take this out of context. That was a joke. They want to rage bait me. Oh, they're doing a good job. Whoa! Oh. Pothole. Oh, I
You
can't
got it?
turn it. I can't turn it around. Put your hands in the air if you're a true player. I like it when you call me Big Papa.
I haven't heard that song in a while.
There was a rap station that I listened to a lot that did a whole. Oh no, it's not this guy. Please go away. No.
Who?
Come here, come here, come here, come here. Stop moving. For real though. I'm okay.
Reaper's here.
A lot of stress or exhausted from working, pass out. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Yuki. But you're working so hard. You're doing such a good job. But I try to get some rest, okay? Don't work yourself into an early grave. Hi, Cam.
You died.
I tried to kill the animal.
Oh.
I just ended up photoning blasting myself into the hole.
Where's your gun?
Probably in the hole. Listen to me just this once? Wow. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is.
I'm gonna distract. You didn't fall out, did you? You fall out?
Well, do you get enough sleep though, Yuki?
Oh.
Because it's really good if you do manage to fall asleep quickly, but you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep.
Ouch.
Hey Cam, watch out, there's a laser there.
Yeah, I see. It wasn't
Okay.
letting me stand back
Good.
up.
As long as you're getting enough sleep.
You in there? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I envy people that can fall asleep quickly. It takes me so long to fall asleep. Mostly because my brain just sits there like trying to think of 1,000,001 scenarios, and then I'm like thinking of stories and stream ideas and yada yada yada. Thank you. Thank you, kind
What's
sir.
What's that?
Huh?
Why is it tweaking?
Oh, it broke.
How did it can break? I didn't know that.
Like briefly for a second.
Huh.
Okay, did my gun like vanish or did it fling out somewhere?
I'm assuming it vanished because I don't. Usually
Man.
it appears as a little blue dot, and I don't see it.
Just my luck. You know, what I need to do is I need to like reset my sleep. I need to stay up for 24 hours. Just reset my entire. Oh, God. Go away. Oh, go away. God damn it. I couldn't run. Ugh.
Slacker?
I'm dead again. Nande. Nande. Cam, can you hear me?
It's a distraction.
Dang it. Yeah, for me it's I'm drowsy by like 2:30. Hate it. Because like in the morning, you know, I have like the morning grogginess, but that usually fades by lunch. And then I feel okay. But then by 2:30 I'm like, ugh, I just want to go home and sleep. What the hell? What am I stuck on? You're sending me some roses. Thank you. Thank you for the free roses, Merlin. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. If you can find a galaxy emoji, then you can probably fulfill your obligation. Is that a galaxy? I can't tell. That looks like a dish rag. Are you sending me dish rags? I can't see it. It's tiny. Hold up. No, I can't see it. It looks tiny. I'm just gonna assume it's a dish rag. Eesh. As if. You're blind. How dare you?
You died!
Yeah, Reaper got me. I tried to run away, but she chopped me up into little bits.
Oh.
I love that toss. Your precious phone would never lie to you. Are you sure about that? My phone lies to me all the time. I tell it to give me directions somewhere,
Freaking too.
and it ends up sending me to like a frickin' parking lot. I swear it's trying to get my organs harvested or something. It's always sending me to weird, shady places. It's like that one thing. What was it called? What's it called? No, not Subnautica. Randonautica. Where it's like you could input like a wish or whatever. Or like think of a wish or something like that, and it takes you to some random location near you. You've never heard of Randonautica? It's an app. I don't recommend downloading it because it has sent people to weird places. Plus, I don't even think you can download it. What flag is that? I don't know. It's purple. What country has a purple flag? I mean, that doesn't look like a pride flag because it's just purple. Is there an all pride flag? I don't know. When people say don't search up, well, half the time they're just BSing you. It's got a dragon on it. It literally just looks purple. Is it white with a red dragon? If it's white with a red dragon, then that's Wales. You're so easy to rage bait. I'll remember that. Oh, Merlin. Merlin, Merlin, Merlin. You're a victim of the American education system, aren't you? Wales is a country.
Alright. I just need to log in.
Where am I? Oh, I'm in the cart.
You're in the cart.
Apparently wiggling breaks things. I need to stop wiggling. Oh no. You were searching through 4 different streams and you felt like a divorced parent? What do you mean? Is it because they were all fighting over you? Or they like, oh my gosh, Merlin, stay in my stream. Hey, wait, what? What do you mean? I'm gonna call cap on that. They don't give a single jack. Well, you see, it's because a lot of people stream for the wrong reason. They're just in it for the money. So if you're not there showering them in gifts, then they're gonna ignore you. Oh, I can't believe he got a full complete tea set up there. That is kind of hard to do. It's not nice. Well, it's the truth. It's the unfortunate truth. Something that I've noticed lately, you know. Most people are just streaming because they want money. I mean, you're less likely to find that attitude in like the VTubing community, because most people are just streaming for the love of it. But I mean, if you go all over... I saw that. I saw that.
No, you didn't.
Like, if you go all over like TikTok lives and stuff, you're gonna be seeing people that are like, oh, don't gift me a galaxy, guys. Oh, don't send me gifts, guys. Oh, and it's just like, shut up. What are you doing?
Thought I wasn't gonna stop. There was...
Main character syndrome. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. And also, like, what I hate is when people are like pity farming. When you look at their streams and they have a thing on there that says like, I don't even have 1 viewer. Boo hoo. Hey Tia, how's it going? Was your birthday yesterday? No, wait. You said your birthday was today. I didn't miss it. Well, happy birthday. It's still your birthday for me because it's still Monday. So happy birthday. Did you get anything cool for your birthday? Don't get any ideas, Merlin. You stick to your nickname.
What that item?
A math exam in an hour? You can do it. I believe in you. You will crush it. Because you said, oh, look, a new nickname. I said, don't get any ideas. Oh, no. Go away, animal. You hear that, Tia? They feel it in their nuggets. You will pass it. Don't you dare. Sounds like I need to go wolf hunting.
That's
Oh, look what you did.
haha. Oops. Did I just name?
Eat that stupid frickin' scarecrow knife hand. Whatever the hell it is. You see a TikTok and the comments are funnier than the video. What? Why are you saying that, Tia? What are the people getting fed and why are they so funny? Well, you see, it's because the video creator is only focused on their video. Meanwhile, the viewers are going from video to video, so they're picking up all kinds of material for jokes. That's why they're so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna end the stream right now, I swear.
Sorry for the wait.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing.
Please don't
'Cause
jump
every
out.
little thing.
You can still hurt stuff. Please don't.
Oh. It's gonna be
I'm
alright.
so glad you did not die. Because it's
Whoa, what the hell?
possible to. You're at 1 health.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, now we're both at 30.
Well, let's not get sneezed on then.
I don't know what this little yellow dot is like right here. I've tried like searching. Like,
You know what, Tia? I'm gonna take my happy birthday back if you keep that up. I heard it. I heard something go dink. Where'd it go? Singing sweet songs with melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Don't worry about to say. Where is it? 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Could have won the Grammy? Nah. Grammys are for actual talented people. I see it. It's right there. It is. It was blended in. Fuck. Almost broke it. Slacky does not get awards. Because awards are for talented people.
There's still like another upstairs.
There's like a couple of things in here. Oh, golden tooth. I've got a golden tooth. No naughty words. You're in the wrong stream for that then. Beaner doesn't deserve crap. Oh god, you fuck, get off me! Ah, come on. This game hates me today. Oh no, please don't take your free galaxies. Whatever shall I do without them? What's my cat doing? Pepper, what are you doing, silly girl? Oh, you're playing with a toy. Oh my god, that thing's ugly. Well, at least he got all of his health back. Yeah, award for stinkiest cat, maybe. That's what she is.
Hey,
She's a
look,
stinky
your
little
head.
butt.
You're twins.
Just stick me on that pike. That's where I belong. What are you feeding her? Jeez.
All right. Oop. I think that was everything ever. I am unfortunately going to leave you here, so we have one surviving person at least.
That's fine. I understand. Okay, we're gonna have to sneak. Sneaky breaky. Be careful. Joe, how's it going? God, I'm so nervous right now. I'm going, start the truck. Oh my goodness.
I wanted to make sure that you were good.
Hi Gojo, how are you doing? But you don't like the whispering? like it when I whisper.
Yes.
How's it going?
Have a whisper here. It's free real estate.
Hey, it's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Let me whisper in your ear. Oh my
Need help.
goodness.
Where are you at?
Speed, 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 and then 1 strength. I'm gonna get this strength. What? Why are you saying bad? What did I do? How am I being mean? I'm just whispering. You know what? I'm gonna boop Pibble for that. Because you called me mean.
There's a chance that can do damage. Just waiting for it.
Are you just waiting for it to explode?
Yeah, yeah.
Sounded like it almost did it. Watch it does it to me the first time you hit me.
At least you didn't die. I think I did it on one of the crystals.
What? What are you talking about, Tia? Sheesh. What did I do to you? Sheesh. Wiggling? The you mean the hammer? You like how the hammer wiggles?
Alright, you can spin the rest.
Nah, I think the only thing... Yeah, the pulse pistol sucks. The only thing we got left is sprint speed and stamina. How many stamina upgrades do you have?
2.
And I got 2. Okay. Well, I got a strength, so I'll get you a stamina. And that's it.
You have so much to live for.
The mine
How did
gotcha. Where'd he go? Oh my god. I was like, where the heck did he go?
I figured that out one day on complete accident.
Oh my goodness.
You take the 100.
100? Okay. Well, I have 30. How much health do you have?
I'm...
Welcome back from the ad
How much am I
break.
missing? I'm
If
missing...
you hate ads, consider a
40
sub
now.
or using your Twitch Prime.
I'm full. So we can just...
How much, do you have a health upgrade yet?
Yeah, yeah. I got that for
Okay.
you.
Yay. Yeah, I did think he went to the back rooms. Because all I saw was him, he flew up into the air, and then I didn't hear him anymore, and I was like, Cam, where'd you go, buddy?
Okay, hold on. I'm just replying to a text real quick. Oh, you
Okay.
should have your gun back, right?
Yep.
You charge it? I gotta
Yep.
charge me.
It has been crystallized. Oh no, please, no. Anything but her, please. I hate the loom so much. It's so freaking scary. Why did I turn into a grandpa? Because I hate the loom. He's so scary. Hey, Sharkbait, how you doing? Sorry, I was being a sniveling coward there for a second.
What happened?
The loom is here.
Oh. Ask me if I'm a truck. Are you a truck?
I am doing good too. Thank you for asking. You having a good Monday evening?
Nothing.
Man. The lame truck.
A way to escape the loom is if you get out of her range. So you could honestly just get up here and she wouldn't be able to reach you.
Can I shoot her?
I mean, you can, but it'll take like 2 or 3 blasts to kill her because she has a bunch of health.
There she is. Oh, God. Ah, you creepy old bitch. God, it does
Now
take a
she's
lot of
tracking.
bless.
Now she's tracking me.
She's dead now. It's okay.
I could have used the
Hey, Ellie.
shockwave thing and thrown her in the hole.
Yeah, but I panicked.
Okay.
You're playing some COD a little bit ago? Hey, let's go. Did you win? Are you winning, son? Minus 21C? Holy cow. What is that, like 9 degrees Fahrenheit?
Minus 20?
Yeah.
That's like negative, like, 8. Negative 9.
Negative 8? Okay. Y'all can tell I can't do math very well. How often do you play this game, Allie? Oi, Jesus.
What's up? Get in there. Is it in? I think it's in.
Barely. Well, as long as you had fun, Sharkbait, that's all that matters. When's the last time I played rock, paper, scissors? We played it in Mimesys. Does that count? Shit.
I think I'm out. I'm out. Are you out? No.
No.
I got him.
Nice.
I ran into him.
I'm glad that does something.
Yeah, me too. He's also like one of the like weakest characters.
I mean, the fact that he just gives up when you grab him, yeah. What? What in tarnation? What are you calling me Gramps for? Ain't even done nothing. Careful, careful, careful. Cuidado. Uy, uy, uy. Hey, thank you, Sharkbait. Appreciate it. Very kind of you, my friend. What are you talking about? What am I doing? What am I doing that's making you call me grandpa? And if you're talking about my panic noises, then that's I'm gonna okay. That'll save my life. Holy shit. Let me go charge the gun. Obsessed with Lebro? Who's Lebro? Haven't seen Beaver stream in a while. Yeah, I think Beaver's been taking care of business IRL. I think he's got some stuff that he's dealing with. Stay out, bitch. Just trying to do the first extraction. Thing's pretty long. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to like jam it in there and turn it sideways. Yeesh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tia. That's crazy. Are you okay though? Okay, off. Oh no. Alright, you go on timeout for that. Oh, please. Forgot about the drill, damn it. That worked. That is very true, Merlin. True and based. Oh, please.
Hey, hold on. Blacker, come over here. Come over here. Okay, hold on. Let's just pull it into the cart.
Look at her, guys. Look at her. Look at her. So freaking creepy she is.
Where'd you go?
I'm on the truck.
Oh, okay.
Go away, please. Déjame en paz. Eh? Oh, Jesus. That guy came out of nowhere. Scared the shit out of me. Vad fan? Bye, bitch. Yeah, that I didn't even get a chance. You're so good at Swedish. You are, because I have no idea what you just said. Level 5? What did you hit level 5 on? What do you do in the fall? You bundle up. The live says you reached level 5. Oh. You are a level 5 slacker fan. That's what you are.
I want to see if there's anything else big.
Yeah, I got 35k in this thing.
Okay.
If you send me 300 more galaxies, you could be upgraded to a level 6 fan. Who has your sweater? Do we need to go steal it back? If you want to destroy my sweater, just hold this thread as I walk away. This girl told you she liked your sweater and then she stole it. Let's go get it. We'll go kick her ass and we'll take it back. I mean, legally I can't, but
Illegally.
for legal reasons I can't. But
But who follows the law in this country?
don't remind me.
Ah!
I remember in middle school, I let a friend of mine borrow a sweater, and when she gave it back, there was candy in it. I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks, free candy." I catch a case? What? What did I just walk in on?
Blow him into the lava.
Hey, pendejo. Sorry, I didn't see in time. Eat shit, old man.
Oh!
What
That
are
thing
you?
just spawned in out of nowhere.
That thing from Ghostbusters? What are you?
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it!
I don't have any ammo. Ouch, get off me. Get off me. Oh, you almost fell in the Mountain Dew. Nice catch. Yeah, I'm all out of ammo.
I see. It's okay. What health are you at? Yeah.
38. Okay.
I would just, yeah.
Face the wall. Deuterium oxide.
I don't know what it is. I don't even know if it can explode, but probably.
There's no proper, like, symbols on this thing. If we have to handle it with care, where's the toxic materials
Oh.
label? Where is the... Oh, hey. Can I catch you?
Grab it! Grab it!
I
Grab
got
it!
you, buddy. I got you.
Thank you. Okay.
You
We're
thought.
good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, no.
She's tracking you. She's tracking me. You just said she was tracking me.
No, she wasn't tracking me. I just see her.
I don't know where she's going. Because it says she was tracking me. But
We'll
okay.
be back.
Oh, be back. Oh my god.
I'll be back. Hey, what's up, Tails? Gave me a free sub? Well, I don't know any
I
other
don't
kind
eat
of sub.
sandwiches.
I love sandwiches.
I don't even eat cottage cheese. Yeah, get on me and then I can...
I like, I usually go to...
Slacker, slacker.
Gotcha, buddy. Oh god, he got me too.
Wait, please. Yeah.
Now that's using your head.
I was vomiting on it. It's just dragging me. I
This
don't know
door
where she
keeps
is at.
opening and closing by itself. Okay, good.
Do it? Oh,
Hoping the loom wasn't in there.
you know she's somewhere. She's tracking.
Don't you dare. You stay in the frickin' basket, you hear? Stay. I have hella money? I wish I had hella money. First thing I would do is commission a 2D live avatar with like a billion toggles and stuff. Shit. Grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, Tia. I have hella money because you gave me 300. When did you give me $300? Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. There we go. Oh, sounds like the loom is angry. $300 is your lucky number. So do you like the movie 300? This is Sparta. Probably a little bit past your time. But back in the day, that was hilarious. No, Cam died.
The Gestapo do got.
Oh, that dude? Shit. Camera. What else is up here?
My feather trims ready.
I can't understand you, Cam. What are you saying?
My feather drone.
Oh, your feather drone? Okay. That one's been spent. Oh, nothing in here. Do you know where the next extraction is?
It should be like right next to it.
This stupid little ghost thing won't go away. Go away.
It's fine if you hide under something.
Okay. What do you play on Roblox?
Usually trust your Raspberry Garden.
No, please. He's tracking me.
You just got one more. One more.
At Merlin, that can't be the real name of that game. Drawing games? Oh, that's cool.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in there, though.
Yeah, I see him. Oh, please.
She's gonna... Oh, wait, though. Wait.
Uh, uh, uh.
Okay, run. Go around. Come over.
Push her off? I don't think I'm strong enough.
Roll.
Oh, no. Use a banana peel. What is this, Tom and Jerry? Oy, grr. I'm trying to run, I promise. You can't get me up here, right? Oh. Thank God. Dog just knocked him off the stairs. Typical dog. Dog's like, get the fuck out of my way. And then just knocked him down the stairs. Oh, okay. And now I gotta do this. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry, I was panicking. What did you say?
The last one should, I think, also close to us. Hold on, look at your map right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, you're right. I can't even read it. Hey, Ducky. What's up, homie? What's up, Mr. Ghost? I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Until it's
Not much. What's good with you, homie? You having a good, what is it for you? Tuesday morning? Where is this goddamn thing? Okay, it's gonna be back there.
I wish I could see, like, the map. Wow.
Mid and it's not even 5 p.m. Oh, goodness. Sorry to hear that your day is mid. No, please don't hunt me.
Oh, wait, remember to let I put the thing by it, the big... It's in the back.
Yes, kinda remember. No.
Chris! Eli.
No.
I didn't even see her.
I hate that chick. Oh. I hate her so freaking much.
I also.
What does the finger do? Oh, you got the baseball again. No, you can't just hit away my gun. That's not fair.
Wait, why did that just say 6?
So many people have
It's too
chocolate
OP.
cake. Where do they get chocolate cake from? Man, you and your
It is 1
baseball
a.m.
bat.
But this was fun. This was nice.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
Oh, I said I unfortunately have to head out because it's 1 a.m. for me.
Oh,
But
okay.
This was fun.
No problemo. When did I start? Like 6:30? How many times have I crashed? So it's been like
Once.
3, almost 4 hours. Yeah, it's been almost 4 hours.
Would have been.
I should
yeah.
probably. Yeah, I should probably go then too. TBH.
Okay.
But thanks for playing
Bye.
with me.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll see you later, my friend.
Bye.
Bye. I know, I'm sorry. What? What is that? What is catch laying? What do you mean? I would dare. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry. Don't you worry, okay? 9 stream streak. Look at you, Ducky. You're a super fan. What will you ever do? You will go on with your life. You will have a good night. And then you will see me tomorrow. Bye, Ducky. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, man. Alright. Hang out, Twitch, because we're going to raid out, okay? Alright, TikTok. You guys, thank you so much for the support. I'm sorry we crashed so much. I've been looking into it tons. I don't know what's causing it. It's really dumb. But I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be playing either Zelda or Red Dead Redemption. I haven't decided yet, but it's one of those 2 games, okay? You guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. It will be better. Don't worry. Everything will be good. It'll be Gucci. All right? Bye-bye. Good night, Cam. Thanks for playing with me, my friend. Appreciate you. All right. TikTok or Twitch. Sorry. Let's go raid out, shall we? We got some YouTubers playing. Let's see, who do we want to raid? I mean, sorry, I'm reading people's things. Here we go. Let's raid this person. They look fun. They're playing R.E.P.O also, so you guys will get more R.E.P.O, alright? Come on, load up. There we go. Alrighty, Rooney, my friends. You guys have an excellent night. Please take care of yourselves. And don't forget to drink plenty of water and sleep and all that fun stuff. Okay? Alrighty. I'll see you all tomorrow, like I said, with either Red Dead or Zelda. Bye-bye.